Hello, Focus Learners, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're basically going to be your stress-free guide to taking complete control of your digital tax life in Portugal. Look, if the mere thought of navigating government tax portals makes you break out in a cold sweat, just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. We're using the official Autoridade Tributária document as our roadmap today, and I promise you, by the end of this explainer, you're going to be a total master of the Portal das Finanças. Let's get into it.
Here is a quick look at our user journey for today. First, welcome to the portal. Then we'll hit registering your account, recovering your password, managing access and contacts, activating 2FA, and finally, managing authorized users.
All right, section 1, welcome to the portal and registration. Let's start right at the very beginning.
Okay, so here we are at the front door. This is the main homepage interface. Now, I completely get that for anyone who finds digital bureaucracy a bit intimidating, even just looking at this screen can feel, well, a little overwhelming. But honestly, it's really just a digital reception desk. You'll see everything is neatly categorized into citizens, businesses, and other entities. But, before you can explore any of that stuff, you need a way in.
So, direct your attention right up to the top right corner of the homepage. See that blue Registar button? Yep, that translates to register. If you are brand new to the Portuguese tax system, clicking that button is literally your first step to forging your digital key. Once you click register, you're going to see two main pathways to get into the system. You can either register directly using your Portuguese tax number, that's your NIF, or you can use the broader Portuguese government authentication systems. Those are the Cartão de Cidadão, the Citizen Card, or the Chave Móvel Digital, which is the digital mobile key. Now, if you do decide to choose the government authentication routes, I want to clarify exactly what hardware or software you're going to need so you aren't caught off guard halfway through. For the Citizen Card, you don't just need the card itself. You actually need your authentication PIN, a physical smart card reader plugged directly into your computer, and the Authenticacion.gov plugin installed on your browser. Alternatively, the digital mobile key is way simpler on the hardware front. You just need your digital PIN and the mobile phone associated with your account so you can receive a quick prompt. But hey, what if you decide to go the traditional route and register using just your NIF? Listen up, because this is a really crucial detail. If you register via your NIF, your Senha, your access password, is not generated immediately. Nope, it is sent via physical mail to your registered tax address. So you absolutely must ensure your tax address is up to date, and you've got to be prepared to wait an average of 5 business days for that little envelope to show up in your mailbox. Moving right along to section 2, recovering your password. So what exactly happens when you lose your digital key, you don't have a fancy smart card reader, and you suddenly find yourself completely locked out of the portal? I mean, we've all been there, right? You sit down with a coffee to check a tax notification, you type in your NFI, and bam, your password just isn't working. It is incredibly frustrating, especially when you have deadlines looming. But thankfully, there is a super straightforward fix built right into the portal. And this brilliantly illustrates the password recovery screen. When you initially register, the system makes you set up a secret question and answer. So here, you just input your NIF, select your secret question from the dropdown, something like, what is my favorite book, and type in the answer. But, and this is a big but, what happens next depends entirely on how well you actually set up your account beforehand. Right here is where a tiny detail makes a massive difference. If you have a confirmed phone number on your account, answering that secret question lets you choose an instant SMS recovery code. Boom, you reset your password right then and there. But if your phone number is unconfirmed, well, answering the secret question immediately cancels your old password and triggers the system to mail a brand new physical letter to your house. Yep, you are stuck waiting another 5 business days just to log in. Which brings us to section 3, managing access data and contacts. Let's fix that issue before it happens. Literally nobody wants a 5-day delay over a forgotten password. So let's future-proof your digital tax journey right now. In the Altera Datas de Acesso menu, which is the Change Access Data screen, you can actually update your secret question and answer. If you suspect your password is weak or you honestly have no idea what answer you gave to your secret question 3 years ago, you can update it right here. Just a quick heads up though, for security reasons, making any changes in this specific menu will immediately force you to re-authenticate and log back into the portal. Now, when you do decide to change your password, you really have to follow the Autoridade Tributária's strict rules. Otherwise, you're just going to get hit with frustrating form errors. Your new password has to be a minimum of 8 characters long. It requires at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number, and one special character, like a slash, an asterisk, a hashtag, or a percentage sign.
Okay, so once your password is nice and secure, head on over to the Datos de Contacto menu, the contact data screen. This is exactly where you add your mobile phone number or email address. When you type your number in and hit save, the system immediately shoots a text code over to your device. But take a really close look at the status message that pops up next to the number.
It says fiabilização em curso. Let's quickly define these Portuguese terms because they are absolute lifesavers. Fiabilização em curso basically means validation in progress. Sure, your number is technically in the system, but it is not active for password recovery yet. You actually must input the code they just texted you to transition that status from in progress to confirmado, which means confirmed.
I really want you to visually anchor this goal in your mind. Look at this green confirmado badge. This is the Holy Grail. This is exactly what you want to see sitting next to your phone number and email in your portal settings. This little green box is your absolute 100% guarantee that if you ever lose your password, you can recover your account instantly via SMS or email, completely bypassing that awful physical mail system.
All right, Section 4, activating two-factor authentication, or 2FA.
So now that your basics are covered and fully confirmed, let's install a high-tech digital security system on your account. If you navigate over to the Segundo Factor de Autenticación menu, you can check your 2FA status. For most users, initially, it's going to say inactive in big red letters. But by clicking the link to adhere to the second factor, you are adding a massive layer of security. Keep in mind, this feature is currently available for individual taxpayers without registered business activity. Once it's active, even if a scammer somehow steals your NIF and guesses your super complex password, they literally cannot get in without also having the unique temporary SMS code sent directly to your confirmed phone. It's a total game changer.
And for our final stop, Section 5, managing authorized users.
So, what if you actually want a trusted employee or an accountant to access your account? How do you safely cut a spare key for them without just handing over your master password and your 2FA codes? Well, the portal actually has a built-in solution for this called Gestão de Utilizadores, which is user management. This screen is incredibly powerful, especially for businesses and professionals. Instead of sharing your personal login, you can create entirely new sub-users right from here. You can assign them their own specific passwords and, most importantly, restrict exactly which operations they are legally allowed to execute on your behalf.
So the crucial point is, how do these sub-users actually log in once you've set them up? They don't just type in your NIF. They use a very specific format. They type in the main company NIF, followed by a /, and then their specific assigned user number. So for example, it would look like 123456789/1. They then input the specific password you assigned to that sub-user. It's brilliant because it keeps your master credentials completely safe, locked in a vault, while still allowing the day-to-day work to get done.
Well, we have covered a whole lot of ground today, from finding the front door to setting up advanced security and sub-users, but, information is really only useful if you apply it. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Are your digital tax keys truly secure right now, or is it time for an upgrade? I challenge you to log into the portal das Finanças today, just check your contact settings, make sure you see that beautiful green Confirmado badge, and take 5 minutes to activate two-factor authentication. Your future self will definitely thank you. Keep learning, stay focused, and we'll see you in the next explainer.